Look, we all make mistakes, right? From picking bad relationships, maybe you had an impulse purchase you weren't happy with, picking the wrong president. We all make mistakes, but making a retirement investing mistake can be a real problem because by the time you realize that mistake, it may be too late. You may be too close to retirement, or it may even be just too costly to fix. Take hidden fees, for example. The financial advisory space is full of hidden fees. It's quite ridiculous. And at Jazz, that's one of my biggest sales pitches, is that we don't actually have any hidden fees or any extra commissions. Let's say you paid 1% in hidden fees over the course of your retirement investing time frame. That could add up to tens of thousands of dollars by the time you retire. I'm sure you'd like to have that money. Look, nowadays, you're mostly on your own when it comes to funding your retirement. If you want help managing your retirement, that's this guy. But today, I want to give you 4 retirement investing mistakes that I see all the time in my practice. Number 1, not taking full advantage of all the tax breaks that are offered to you for retirement investing. Now this one really fits into 2 categories. We'll start with the 401k. A 401k basically allows you to contribute towards your retirement with money that's considered tax deferred, right? You get to put it in there before the taxes are taken out of your paycheck. But the full advantage here is when your employer actually contributes towards your 401k. Maybe you contribute something and they match it, or they match some percentage of it. That's when you need to take full advantage of that contribution. See, what happens there is that money, their match, also gets to grow tax deferred. So when we talk about your money compounding over the life of your retirement investing, makes a huge difference. Now the second category is the IRA. That's basically the same thing, it's just that there's no employer match here. In an IRA for 2017, you can contribute up to $5,500 towards that retirement IRA. If you're over the age of 50, you can actually put in an additional $1,000. So we want to take full advantage of this and max that IRA out as much as possible every single year. The reason is because you get that immediate tax break on your taxable income when you do your taxes at the end of the year. Hey, if you want more information on IRAs or Roth IRAs for 2017, like the contribution limits and withdrawal rules, everything like that, we have 2 great videos that I'll link in the description below. Number 2, high fees. Now, if you want someone to manage your retirement accounts, then that's one thing. Nowadays, wealth managers, they're not known for being rich and famous and driving fancy cars. I mean, look, it's a brick wall behind me. It's all scratched up and stuff. And it's not even real. When I say high fees, what I'm talking about here are the fees on the individual investments that are inside of your IRA. There should be no reason that you pay to own a mutual fund. There should also be no reason that an advisor collects a commission for putting a product or an investment inside of your IRA. You see the conflict here, right? I mean, it's pretty upsetting, but this happens all the time. Advisors typically get paid to sell you a mutual fund. And what happens is they put it in your IRA, you think everything's fine, and there's no difference. You're happy with that investment. Well, they get paid a commission, and who do you think pays that commission? It's not them. With the advent of ETFs and technology, your direct access to the market, there's just no need to pay commissions anymore to an advisor. Make sure that whoever manages your money or whatever company manages your money, make sure they're not getting paid a commission to put products in your account. That all has to be stated up front. It's actually very easy to find. You can give me a call if you want more help with that, but there's just no need to pay for that. Come on. Now, what makes Jazz Wealth different is we actually just let you keep the account. We never touch it. And since you own the account, we can't put commissions in your account. We can't put hidden fees in there. It's like your bank account. We could tell you how to spend your money in your bank account, but we could never go in there and take money out and put extra fees in there and stuff because you own it. The bank would never let us in there. So that's kind of how we do it. Number 3, investing randomly. Look, I get it. Pot stocks are like the Coach purse of the early 2000s, right? Why do I know that? Why am I talking about purses? Pot stocks are like the Dallas Cowboys of the mid-90s. There, now I sound more manly. Woo, that was close. Look, everybody wants to make money off stoners, and I get it, that's fine, but there should only be a certain portion of your retirement account that's dedicated to those fun type investments. There's no way I would let you invest everything you have for retirement in pot stocks. Look, I know this sounds boring, but your financial advisor, your wealth manager, whoever you choose to manage your retirement accounts should have a plan that allows you to have some input. If you want to buy a pot stock or two or you want their advice, great, no problem. But overall, the chunk of what you have for retirement should be on a path to make sure that you get to those goals when you retire. Now, I love when my clients call and say, hey, what do you think of this stock? Or I read this or that about one of our positions. Do you think it's still a good position? Awesome, I could talk about this stuff all day long. But there's not a chance in hell that I'm gonna let you bet it all on some hot tip that you've heard of at a barbecue or whatever the normal saying is. Just don't do it. And the fourth mistake that I see all the time in my practice is people not renting out their retirement positions while they're in their account. Let me explain. Now, this isn't really suited for everyone, and I use the term renting out your portfolio. It's just something I came up with. But the idea is to rent out the positions that you have in your account while you wait for retirement. Do you know you could do that? Think about it. Most of us have an IRA, a Roth IRA, some kind of long-term investment vehicle. We contribute to it, and then we just sit back and hope that we made the right decision. What if along the way you could be collecting income from those positions? How much difference do you think that makes when you get to retirement age? Imagine if you bought a house and then you rented it out. Then when you retired, you went and lived in that house. How much more money do you think you would have made over those years, or how much money would you have put down on that house to help pay it off? Could be a lot. Now, there's no additional risk to renting out your house or renting out the positions in your portfolio. The problem is most advisors either don't know how to do it, or it's just they don't want to do it. It takes a little extra work and they don't want to do it. They'd rather make the commission. At Jazz, that's one of our best features. We'll take the investments in your retirement accounts and we'll rent them out to help you generate additional income for all those years until you get to retirement. Okay, well that takes us to the part where you hit the subscribe button, leave me a comment in the section down below that's all like, ooh, that man is fine. Or you could just contact me directly at